Hi, hello, good morning, my young officers. Welcome to the session called as Complete Course on Indian Economy for UPSC Prelims and Mains Examination. So this is Nisha Nujumudeen, your educated Unacademy, an expert in Indian economy, current affairs and MCQ. So today, in this particular class, guys, we are going to discuss Chapter 5, Part 4, which deals with the broad topic called as banking. So now since we have been doing a lot of subtopics in banking, guys, in this particular chapter, today another part of banking perspective which talks about financial inclusion, which is indeed the need of the hour, that will be discussed with you in a very systematic and simplified manner. So both from the prelims as well as mains perspective, it will be very useful for you. Okay, so the topic of discussion is financial inclusion. What is that? Why is there a need for this kind of financial inclusion? The issues or challenges our country India is facing, along with the initiatives of government and how far it has been working. So even for the mains answer writing also, you can even use the similar points what we have discussed in a very holistic manner. Okay. So yes, Sushamon. Hello Manjuda, good morning. Yes, Amanda, Dinesh, Aditya Verma. Yeah, good morning guys. How are you all? So where are the others? I think people are slowly joining. Okay. So now this is my Unacademy profile. You can just go through. I do take a lot of free classes and plus class as well. So course on daily current affairs is the plus class I do monthly wise for prelims and mains, and the free classes, it happens at 9:30 a.m. in the morning and 6 p.m. in the evening. So the links of that is also given here. You have a main question answer practice along with MCQ series, top 2500 MCQ series, which are the hit list courses. So you can just go through. Apart from that, the next Saturday we are having a carnival. So I'm doing monthly current affairs MCQs for UPSC Prelims 2021. That is current affairs through MCQs. We'll be doing a quick revision. It will be continuously starting from 10 a.m. in the morning. We'll continue. We'll be continuing that, and we'll wind up at 7 p.m. in the evening. So it's a marathon kind of session. So do enroll for that. The link of all those things are given in my profile. Just go to Unacademy profile. Rupe 1 minute. What you have to do is go to profile and make a point of following me there. Click on the follow button. So in my profiles, all the updates you keep getting, and also you can follow me via my Telegram channel. So I will just show you the Telegram channel. So yes. Hold on guys, hold on for a while. 1 second. Yeah. So you can just go through my profile, and apart from that, regarding the classes. 1 second. So yes. And also for Unacademy Plus subscription, very simple. You can actually go with my referral code Nisha.Nujumudeen for getting a discount of 10%. Actually up to 20% you get, so you can just go through that. And in the description box of this particular video also, you have the referral code, you have my Unacademy profile link, the free special class link. You can click on all those to enroll for the upcoming courses by me. And also via Telegram channel, you can follow me, Nisha Nujumudeen at Unacademy for UPSC. Nisha Nujumudeen at Unacademy for UPSC is my Telegram channel, Karim official one. So follow me there for all the updates and of my sessions, free class, plus class, and also regarding the plus subscription program details as well. Clear? So yes, tell me guys, how was the Josh? Subah, morning. How do you feel? So yes, Mariam, good morning. Yes, Sheedal. Yeah, I'm also doing great. I'm so happy starting my day by teaching you people. That makes me so happy. Yeah. So, chalo. Yes, Sandeep, good morning. I was wondering, where is Sandeep? Sandeep has not come yet. Yeah. So, yes, here it goes, guys. Today's topic of discussion from the broader heading, that is banks and financial markets. We are going to deal with Chapter 5, Part 4. So, I hope you have got the planning chart as well. Already, I've given you a planning chart, how we will be covering this entire course on, economy. So, now the whole point is, within the limited time period, the entire portion of economy without missing the important points I'm covering for you. But now for you to have a complete understanding, let's say this we'll be doing in just 1 month time. In YouTube, the free class of economy is just for 1 month time for economy as a whole. But in plus class from October 29th to December 31st, guys, except Sundays of all month, continuously 2 hours. In a day, 2 hours you'll be having economy class. It's a complete crash course. not crash. In fact, a complete comprehensive course I can say you for mains and prelims, with all the current affairs perspective as well for each topic. So you will have a complete understanding of that. It is starting on 29th of October. The timing is 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. And now one more thing is that this particular course, they come under batches. Okay, so do not miss that. Those who really want to be a part of it, I'll just show you. Don't miss it. Okay, they come under batches. Can you just see the picture here? Can you see batches ka picture? Yeah, it is with my thumbnail. So it's an expedition batch for UPSC CSE. In that, economics will be taken by me. Here is a course. So starting from October 29th, my course, till December it goes. Okay. So enroll for this and don't miss it as such. Oh, okay. I'll just show you. Yeah, perfect. And you will get the PDF notes then and there with even more. No, you'll get everything over there, guys. So don't miss the class. And those who are looking for subscription, very simple. Do not wait before October 20th. I remind once again, there will be a fee hike. So go for the payment. And also make a point of using this code. So you come under my referral code, mentoring program as well. So here it goes, guys. To begin with, as I told you, the concepts covered in today's class is financial inclusion in India. Why is there a need for such kind of financial inclusion for our country? And now, what are the future of this financial inclusion? So definitely you got to know regarding the issues or challenges the country India is facing, because we are having even today majority of population put up in which sector? The primary sector of the economy. And in fact, I can tell you the soul of India lies in villages. That's what Mahatma Gandhi said. So yes, it's true. Even today that is the case. And now this COVID-19 situation has turned everything ulta seedha, guys, I can tell you. In the sense that the poverty rates, that, this, etc. Everything has had a drastic, increase because of the, economic fluctuations in the economy. Clear? So then regarding the initiatives by government, there is Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. I repeat, Jan Dhan Yojana. That's very, very important for your prelims perspective and mains perspective. So exclusively based on that, because that is actually one scheme focusing on financial inclusion. So we'll be discussing that as well. Followed by another topic, that is payment banks, small banks. Clear? Perfect. So tell me, guys, what is financial inclusion, by the way? So let's have a look at it. From the term finance, yes, it talks about money. Inclusion means without excluding, or let's say without eliminating anybody to get the facilities that they are supposed to get in the context of finance, right? So now in more and more simple terms, I can tell you, financial inclusion, everybody is having an opportunity to be inclusive of their rights digitally, or their rights of being covered in the so-called program. So now the financial inclusion for our country India, here it goes, guys. This financial inclusion, what is it all about, guys? It's nothing but it's all about the broadening of what services, the financial services, and that to those people who do not have access to that. So we know that even today a lot of people do not even have a bank account. So now how can they cope up with the growing economy, with the growing digitalization era? Definitely it becomes quite difficult. That is at the end of the day hampering the growth and development of our economy, right? So now this financial inclusion is taken into consideration, keeping in mind that particular scenario. So just to broaden the financial services, guys, and making sure that everyone, each and every one of our country is involved only, it has been put forward. And now when you start deepening or strengthening the financial services for people, what happened? Automatically, they get more and more benefit out of it. They get more active in it. And so many related concepts or factors are improved. And now there will be greater financial literacy and consumer protection so that people can make appropriate choices. That is true. People start getting to know how to use digitalized perspective, how to make a payment via phone, how to transfer funds, how to access things online. And now people are getting protected without any frauderies. Protection in the sense that when you are financially inclusive, automatically there will be systematic record of all the transactions of whatever you do. You get to know what is happening. Whereas if it is not, that's not the case, means you can be cheated. A lot of kallathrams can be done. Come on, I repeat, kallathrams can be done, wherein the rights of consumers are not protected during the time of purchase and all. Don't you think so? So now the importance of financial inclusion, it is both a moral one as well as economic efficiency one. From the economy point of view as well as in the moral point, ethical point of view, yes, you need financial inclusion. Clear? Now, here goes the definition of your financial inclusion, guys. The UN, they define the goals of this FI as follows. One is access at a reasonable cost for the entire households to the entire range of financial services. Then efficient and safe institutions, guys. Then next is regarding sustainability of the financial and institutional perspective. So then they'll be having a better persistence or continuity and certainty of investment without involving much of risk. and also to make sure that, come on, there is a competition to ensure better choices and affordability for clients. That is large scale production with making sure that there is availability of mass goods and services for the people at a reasonable cost. Clear? So now in simple terms, in one flow chart, I can tell you that financial inclusion is equal to so many points. What is that? Point number 1, availability. Next, accessibility, affordability, awareness, adequacy. All these things together, guys, these particular terms. The 5 A's I can tell you. In simple terms, if somebody is asking what is financial inclusion, just go ahead with it. The 5 A's, that is equal to financial inclusion. So people may think, what is this 5 A's? Availability, accessibility, affordability, awareness, adequacy. Clear? Now, quickly tell me why there is a need for this so-called financial inclusion for a developing or emerging economy like India. Do you think so? Don't you think so? It is very, very important to have such kind of inclusion, or as the progress is happening, okay, probably you can tell like it is okay to have inclusion alongside. Think. Yes, I can see Sheetal, Amanda saying yes, you need it. Yes, wonderful guys, because the so-called financial inclusion is connected to digitalization, or let's say digital India. That is what our Prime Minister Modi is trying to make our country, right, since the time he has been put into power. So it's very, very important to have financial inclusion. Don't you think so? Even for all these schemes put forward by the government in various sectors, let's take the case of Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana. It's an agricultural scheme. But now the farmers are getting benefited, the small and marginal farmers, through that particular scheme. Some amount is given to them. Is it given in their hands? No. Or via agriculture offices? No. Directly via their bank accounts, called through something called as DBT. What is DBT? Direct benefit transfer. Don't you think so? So now everything is directly done. For that they should have a bank account. They should know how to operate the banking activity. There should be digital literacy. Only then financial inclusion can be taken into consideration. Now this financial inclusion, it is broadly connected to another concept of what? Doubling the income of farmers by the year 2022. So now this particular concept now guys, they can be looked at from various dimensions. It all depends upon how you actively connect it as well. Clear? Yeah. So yes, very clear. So now let's have a look at a couple of points, guys. Why is there a need, or let's say the importance of this so-called financial inclusion for our country, India. But before going to that, guys, start connecting this financial inclusion point across various parameters or subjects and schemes and all. Clear? Even the pension schemes. That also is a part of financial inclusion, because getting through a bank account instead of going to the office and getting. There are so many schemes like that. Take care. Yes, Manjunath, every scheme is under the finance, no doubt in that. I mean, they should come under this inclusive perspective. This is what this is not just growth. It's not the growth and development. It is inclusive growth and development. You know what is inclusive growth? Comprising of all the factors. Simply growth will not give you anything. Don't you think so? So that's the whole point. Now, point number 1, which talks about the importance, or let's say the need for the so-called financial inclusion in India. I have just given you very short points because it's a YouTube class. So, and we have time constraint. I thought of explaining the most important thing in a very short period of time, in a very sweet and crisp manner. So, to the point I've explained, you have to develop it. Okay. Now, for your plus class, definitely each and every, even more, a better perspective of this, analyzing every factors will be given, because it's a 2-hour class. There's a difference, guys. So I still recommend you people to come for that. And majority of my plus students I know is watching my YouTube class as well. You can see the difference, guys, what happens there, because there will be some sort of differences there. The same thing I'll only be teaching the same topics, no doubt in that, but it will be quite different. Okay, so make a point, because the course, it's a comprehensive course. Take care. So now point number 1, which talks about the need for this financial inclusion, is development. How, guys, in what context development? Development is a broader perspective, right, which consists of economic and social indicators, quantitative plus qualitative factors, your GDP growth, your education, health, etc., etc. Now, the development in the sense that for having a greater access to what services? Financial services. How can you do that? You can do that by increasing your savings, by decreasing your inequalities in income and your poverty, and also increasing what? Employment levels. if you reduce the unemployment, increase the employment opportunities, if you start getting income, spend for what is necessary, and then have a little of savings. And after that, when people are getting employment, guys, come on, they should not be looted, or they should not be kind of, exploited. Rather, there should be income inequality. There should not be a gap between the rich and the poor. That should literally be reduced, and with regard to poverty as well. Because only in that perspective, this so-called concept of financial inclusion can be considered. Clear? Yes, Sheedal is saying, yes ma'am, but you don't compromise ma'am, you work really hard for all students. Yes, mera students both important hai. Yes, you all are my plus students, that is there, but then the others are also important, right? But we should give them the best. What do you say, Sheedal? Yeah. But plus is different. Yes, as Amanda said, plus will be quite different. Because see, the whole point is, guys, when something is given for free and when something is given for, a course kind of perspective, so many people are involved in that, don't you think so? So there is a way in which you should handle it. See, but doesn't mean that I will compromise on my free classes. Because if I was a person like that, then I would not have gone for so many free classes. You all know that. Every day 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. we have the MCQ series. The top 1000 wala MCQ series is the hit list course of Unacademy by me. You all know that. Now, not even a single question was repeated in the plus class. And the same thing. But the topics were entirely the same. Because only from that UPSC can ask questions. The different variations, the different dimensions. So those who followed me rigorously in the plus and the free, they benefited. And the advantage of plus is the last 15 days. I had a course wherein all these topics from the beginning was revised and they were packed up, which was not available in the plus free class, because free is just for 1 hour, right? There it is 1.5 hours, 2 hours. So now that consistency, it increases. That is the whole point. For example, in a month, let's say there are 30 days. And all the day I'm taking class. Only 30 hours is coming for for free. But I took 56 hours for you. That is different. But let's say in plus, that's not the case. Within just 10 days or 15 days, now I can complete, even 30 hours. So that's the whole point there. So do come. That is what I'm telling you. Believe me, guys, this is going to benefit you, because I am taking in the plus platform. And the courses are designed in such ways. So don't miss it. A broader variation of this will be given there. And why I'm telling you this is all the notifications has been passed out from our team and Academy that October 20th will be a fee hike. After that, they will not reduce it, because the demand for an academy is also there. It is one of the very good platform these days. You can find n number of educators. Don't you think so? Apart from that, quality educator, that matters a lot. So now, one second. Okay. Perfect. Yes, Sushimon. Yes, Sachin, good morning. Sushimon is saying, no one can match your dedication level, ma'am. I remember once you had a throat infection yet you came to teach. Yes, Sushimon, because I know all of you are waiting for my class. I didn't want to disappoint you, that is why. And that's why I love my students, and my students do love me. I know that. It's not about having hundreds. It's about having even 1 or 2. But then they knows. Come on. That is the dedication we have. Yes, Sachin, I'm fine. Thank you. Yes, Manjunath, take prelims second paper. What is it, Manjunath, second paper prelims? I didn't understand. Make it more clear. Sheedal, you are the best on an Academy app, ma'am, according to my opinion. Thank you for that. I will redefine as one of the best, because there are so many best people. Come on, oh my goodness. Come on, they're going to give 2 to 3 on my heads. I was just kidding. Anyways. Hannah Sandeep. Okay, done. So yeah, this is how you will increase, guys, your what? Financial inclusion with regard to development. This is how. Yes, Naina. See, Naina came. Where were you yesterday, Naina? For the plus class. Nicely, she was sleeping, I think, in the heavy rains in Kerala. Am I right? 2 to 3 on your head. CSET paper. Chalo, I will do that. Don't worry. That I will do. We will work out on the. See, the thing is what? No, CSET is not. It's not like I don't want to take it. We have to develop tricks. Now for prelims, we have a trick called as keyword elimination comparison. In fact, the universal KZ method. And for mains, now we have started with a new technique called as keyword approach interlinking. It is just, in process. And now for current affairs in the plus platform, the approach of learning current affairs according to me is GEFT. GEFT. Start with the general analysis of all the news, which are equally important from the prelims and mains perspective. Study that from each topic, what is in the newspaper. Then go to the editorial. The important editorial, one top part of it, not everything, because some news are connected to the previous day. After finishing that, go to important facts of the day for prelims. There are some topics from where some facts will be there in the newspaper, where only from the prelims perspective questions will be asked. After that, tidbits, which talks about the miscellaneous news, guys. Let's not leave that, because what if that comes for your current affairs? But that too just in one slide, guys. Hardly 4 to 5 sentences. That's all. But that is important. Revolving those keywords, only questions will come. You understand? This is what I do in the plus class. I never take a clipping of newspaper, tell the students, come on, look this, I'm going to teach this. No, ऐसा नहीं है. Because people are already doing that. So if you want, you can watch their classes. My classes will be a very short, crisp, to the point ka class of current affairs. It should be different from the others, right? And I'm doing it in the plus platform, not in the free platform. And this will continue till the next examination, no doubt on that. And the timings for current affairs is 9 p.m. For the next month, November, it will be morning time because because I have another batch coming up in 9 p.m. for economy. That is why. And sometimes now we go for 2 hours class and all, 1 hour and all. People say you can finish current affairs. We take 2 hours, just believe, and we don't study everything under the earth and sun, important things, but everything is covered. Sab kuch, from the Hindu, the PIB, the Indian Express, the business standards, the live mint. Oh my goodness, everything. That too with basics. A basics matlab concept clearing, because only then you will be able to answer that from the prelims perspective, right? So that is the reason, and you will not forget it for long-term memory retention. I am telling you all this because, see, kabhi people they doesn't understand the importance of the courses which teachers take. So when you're putting so much of effort now, see, as a teacher, I feel all my students, no matter plus or free, they should benefit. But I too have my constraints now, guys, in designing courses and giving to you. So try to be a part of it. Take care. Because I don't want to give a fake promise to you saying that, come on, everything I'm covering in this YouTube channel of economy. No, I am covering a gist of it, guys. The real solid one will come in the plus. Matlab, even one topic will take me 2 hours, just imagine. One topic is going to take me 2 hours. But the important things only. But I'll give you MCQs in that. I'll give you mains questions in that topic, how to study that. So all these will be coming. Here we are just talking about the concepts and going. So yes, Amanda, Sheetal, all these people are my plus students. Naina, they get to know the difference because they are getting the plus and the free. So the difference will be there. Yes, I understand, Sister Moon. Affordability is a big issue. That is why I am telling you, don't worry. You can even go for EMI. How many money we are spending, guys, for so many things. You see to it, because anyway you are going to take a coaching from institutes. So think. But I will definitely help you out, you all people. Do not worry for that. To the maximum I could. But I should not be without telling you, right? There is a course run by me in the Plus platform. It is people may ask, why are you not doing this? Why are you not doing that? So I am doing all these things. The only point is not in free, but rather in the Plus platform. In free, whatever I can do, I am doing it in the classes. So just go through it. Take care. Yes, Amanda, I took subscription because of your classes. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for that, Amanda. I'm so happy. And I hope you're really benefiting out of it. Because not only my class, even so many other educators' class for various subjects you can follow in class. That's the advantage. So yes, my young officers, back to class. Okay? So we were discussing financial inclusion. Come on. Finance is the problem. Hannah Sushma is saying affordability. Finance is everywhere a problem. Now financial inclusion is a problem. What we're discussing is also highly relevant to the finance what you people are talking also. Don't you think so? What a connection. Hannah. So thus if you see, the next point with regard to why such kind of inclusion is growth. Simple growth? No. It talks about the habit to save. Your saving should increase. So automatically the capital formation that will increase in the country, guys. So when the capital formation increases, automatically economy will grow. Right? The GDP per capita increases. And now when there is a proper availability of money or credit from the formal banking institutions like commercial banks, automatically more and more people will come and take what? Money as loans to do investments or start business. Automatically when you take a money and start a business, your production increases, they are contributing to the output of productivity, and exclusively the rural areas, they also prosper. That is in the context of special economic zones, exclusive economic zones, then coastal economic zones, etc, etc. In those areas also they'll kind of start the business with a lot of subsidies, with a lot of initiatives with the government and all. So automatically what happens? Growth happens and financial inclusion takes place. Clear? And also there will be service delivery, your direct cash transfers, the DBT. That matters a lot. Because when you give money in hand now, guys, as a subsidy or something, Kallatharam takes place. For example, if you're getting 1,000 rupees as subsidy, many times from the office of the monthly payment, the farmers, they may get only, let's say, 700 or 750, saying that that is what this month it came. But it's via bank means it is highly, highly transparent. With the date, with the time, everything goes, directly. There is no middleman involved in that. Clear? Oh my goodness, I can see Amanda, Naina, Shidal, all girl power. What a girl power. All took subscription because of my classes. Kya baat, I'm happy to know. You know one thing, guys, let me tell you something. Normally, it's a general thing. For a female to like another female, it's very difficult. Always opposite genders attract. But the same genders, they will not appreciate the same gender very soon. But I'm so happy that my students are so appreciable. They appreciate the female genders. That is indeed a great thing. Even in my offline class also, of course, both genders, man and women, both I have girls and boys have students. But more of girl students, I can see that. I don't know why. But of course, my boy students, they are very good. They also respect a lot. But then it is very rare to find the same genders appreciating the same gender teachers or whatever. But I'm seeing such a very good positivity in new people. Come on, you all will grow to greater heights. And this is the reality I'm telling you. Don't you think so? Yes, the guy should say for this. Where is Sushamon? Where is Aditya? Where is Sandeep? Where are the guys of the class? Yes, Manjunath. What I said is correct, na? Yes, Sachin. Yeah, it is always like that. But you should be happy that, come on, we have got that blessing of, appreciating each of the women's. Yeah. Anyways. So now, the next thing is service delivery. Another important reason why you need financial inclusion is DBT, guys. That is transferring the payment through bank accounts rather than physical cash. Again, subsidies which will become possible. So no kallatram is involved. Next is bank's efficiency. Very true, because when there is financial inclusion, transparency, efficiency, all these things increase just like that. So now, there will be better judicious pricing and lending decisions. Look at Dinesh, Sushamon, Sachin, oh, Marma, not, oh my goodness, kya baat hai. Messages flooding like anything. Subha, oh my goodness. I know, Sushamon, boys, like, I know they're different. But no, I have so many students, okay. In guys, even today, one more thing is there. These girls, after some point of time, they'll be busy in their life. Only very few keep in touch. But these guys, no matter they're married, whatever, they'll give a call. Miss A. In Malayalam, they call teachers as Miss A. Miss A, how are you, Miss A? Ma'am, how are you? Ma'am, we want to meet you, ma'am. Even today, my very first batch of people, my offline students, many of them are my age, because I started teaching when I was a student itself. I was into the coaching field, okay. And then they call me, Miss, please come, Miss A. Come, we want to meet you. Still we meet. I still remember, there are some few people, my first batch. They're from Chennai only. So we all normally meet. I'm very happy to meet them. They'll come with all the sweets. They give me chocolates, guys. Can you believe? So that they're very happy. I'll be very happy. I'll never say no to it. Even if I miss outing with my friends also, I won't miss it with them. That makes me so happy. That Guru Shishya ka relation is always the best thing, guys. Because I have got that from my teachers. And like this I've never experienced. Maybe because I'm a UPSC faculty, this kind of thing is there. But it's kind of, good to have it. The modern perspective of being a teacher, I think. Yes, Shidal, thank you for that. Now, I will definitely meet you all, guys, as I keep telling in the plus class and free class. Definitely, when I come to each of the states. We will go for Bharat Darshan. Okay, chalo. Anyways, back to class. So now, let's have a look at the advantages of what? Financial inclusion. Don't you think so? It's very, very important? Yes. Here goes. Point number 1. The poor people, they'll be encouraged to invest in various financial products and can borrow from formal channels. Very simple, guys. When there is financial inclusion, people go and open a bank account. So at least even if they do not have much transactions also, they are transparent. So they will, kind of prevent themselves from going to money lenders or the middlemen where they get exploited. So now more and more encouragement will be there to poor people because they can now approach the banks, the formal channels, that's the commercial banks or the other non-scheduled or scheduled banks for getting loans. Because financial inclusion comes in. Next is the amount of savings. Come on, that starts increasing. And the capital formation, that also increases. Automatically contributing to what? The growth and development of the country. And now when your capital formation, when your savings, all these things increases. Now, new business opportunities, they come on, they keep on increasing. And now, from the point of view of government, come on, there is a huge advantage for what? For implementing this financial inclusion across our country, India. Because they have the government plug leakages in all the public subsidies. And also make a point of sure that welfare programs of the government, they carried out in an absolutely amazing manner. Clear? So now, the whole point is the government, they can directly transfer the subsidy amount into the account of beneficiary. Clear? Yes, Amanda saying come to Northeast sometime. Yeah, I will definitely, Amanda. Once I've been to Impal, Manipur. I've told you, na, let this lockdown get over. I will. How can I miss the, lively bridge guys of Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, the different things. We will go for the Bharat Darshan, as I always tell you in the plus class. Now, the next is reduce the gap between rich and poor. That is true. Reducing inequalities, guys. When there is inclusion, you get to know what is happening. Then improving the financial condition of the poor and vulnerable people. Then help in implementing the social security schemes in a better way. Enabling the creation of buffer for emergencies. Having a better monitoring and regulation. All these things using the digital or online technology. So now these are the advantages. The advantage is the end number. I think you can go for around 6 to 7 points. Now all these things are there. Perfect. You understood what what is the so-called advantage of having the financial inclusion for our country, India. But then, do you think even today, in spite of having the schemes, that, this, etc., are we fully financially inclusive? Are we? Think. Now, if so, if you feel that no, if you're not, then what could be the issues or what could be the challenges? That is very, very important to understand. Don't you think so? Yes. So the next topic of discussion, guys, which we are going to analyze is nothing but the challenges to the so-called concept of financial inclusion for our country, India. We have so many advantages, we have so many schemes and all, but still we do have some challenges, guys. And that issues is only, kind of preventing this inclusion to be a faster process. Point number 1, illiteracy. Very true. If you take majority population in a country, can you expect 90% of literacy rate? No, except for the state of Kerala, my state, wherein even the female literacy, they crosses the above standard, average standard of our country. Whereas averagely, on average ratio, the entire literacy rate for our country, it is just about 74%, with the exception to the state of Kerala, because state of Kerala's literacy is matching with the international standards. But now here literacy is what it's not about how you know to read and write. It is in the context of digitalization, digital literacy. That is, people do not know how to make use of technologies. People do not know how to use it properly. They lack knowledge in that. So now one of the important challenges of financial inclusion for our country, India, is illiteracy, where 1/4 of population of our country is illiterate and below the poverty line, people category. So now this so-called financial inclusion, guys, bringing them to that is a big challenge. They do not know how to use, they do not know how to use a smartphone. But these days the advertisements, that, this, vagera has literally made a point in ensuring that, come on, people know how to make use of all this. You understand? That is, an account called as Jan Dhan account has been started. So putting deposits in that, people should know how to do that, the form, the ways and all. That becomes a challenge, because if they literate means, if they know means, okay. So what you should do, you should give awareness and training programs. That we'll be discussing in the way forward. So look at the first point, guys. It is illiteracy. Let me tell you two things, okay. Now, from whatever issues or challenges you write for the answer, keep that in mind. When you talk about the way forward or suggestions from illiteracy, develop a point. First is illiteracy. So from that, you should develop a point for the way forward. You should say that start creating awareness and by increasing the literacy, digital literacy, to ensure that there is transparency and inclusive perspective. You understand? So now when the examiner is reading a mains answer paper, come on, the student has written the issues starting with illiteracy, low income and all, and in the way forward, look at the wonderful connection they have. For the issue what they criticize initially, for that they've given a solution. You have to derive the way forward from the issues or points what you have written in a systematic way. So when there is a proper continuity that captures the eye of the examiner, which will fetch you more marks in the examination. Clear? It's not about more points, it's about the continuity and the style you present it. Very clear? So keep this in mind, guys, because this is something which I want to tell you in the mains answer writing class also. So I forgot to tell that. So please note this. Clear? And don't you think it's indeed amazing to see a paper like that? Even you yourself, when you value a paper, come on, nice. Look at the way they've written. From challenges, they've taken the way forward and written in a continuous manner with a lot of flows and proper linkages and all. So now again we know low income. Yeah, people do have, because lack of employment opportunities. Even if they do have employment, also payment is less. That is another important thing, right? And now if you want to take a loan for starting a business, or if you want to take a loan for financing the agriculture activities, no collateral. At the end of the day, how can they become financially inclusive? And even if the banks are ready to give loans, also lack of enough branches, guys, in rural areas. Automatically what happens, it will be a difficulty or a roadblock, or let's say hurdles, the so-called financial inclusion. And now informal lending, your money lenders, your kallatran wala perspective happens there. More lines on that, because you get money at a faster rate. For example, let's say Nishu or Sandeep, they are farmers, they want to get money for the activities. Now the banks are not giving them because they don't have a collateral, or they're not eligible for it. Suddenly what will they do? Or even if it is approved also, it's taking 1 month for them to get the loan, or let's say 2 months. Time duration is higher. So fatafat, they'll come back to the money lenders, or people who can give them loan within seconds. If they approve it, just like that they give. But the rate of interest is too high and these people get exploited. But then the farmers or the people who are in need of that will not think about it, because for them at that point of time, money matters a lot. Their need matters a lot. That has to be satisfied. So they will not think about their perspective. You understand? That is the reason. And now then if you see people, since they are illiterate guys, they will not be able to understand the different products, offerings, financial terms, conditions and all. And now the next important challenges of financial inclusion is a lot of hidden back charges. They demotivate poor people, guys, from getting such financial services. And when there is a lack of credible, low cost and high quality financial advice, automatically again people have no information and knowledge. It ends up in the challenge of financial inclusions. Then gender inequality. Come on, how can gender inequality be a factor, guys? Have you ever thought gender inequality is a challenge of financial inclusion? What is financial inclusion? Including every human being, irrespective of their genders, man or woman, they should have equal opportunities and accessibility to all the services, financial services. But now gender inequality itself is a big issue, because most of the women, guys, they are excluded from the formal financial system. They are working in the informal perspective. So at the end of the day, they are exploited. So now in that perspective, again, financial inclusion with the context of gender equality or gender thing is not happening there. Clear? Now, the specially abled people, they are the disabled people. Let us call them specially abled. They will find it difficult to access banks. So now they can do it via their phones or whatever. But then they should have a knowledge regarding that. Only then they can, come under the so-called inclusive strategy, right? Next. Yesterday's topic of discussion. What did we do yesterday? Yesterday we discussed regarding NPA, the rising level of non-performing assets of the public sector banks. Come on, that is also one of the reasons, guys, for this lack of financial inclusions. Clear? When the bad loans or NPAs keeps on increasing due to the large corporates and MNC people or big shots like Vijay Mallya and all, automatically to improve the financial inclusion, it becomes difficult situation for our country, India. Money is not there in the hands of the bank itself. So automatically they will not want to lend to the agriculture or new people, because they are scared of this bad loan or stressed assets. Clear the creation of that. So they refrain from doing so. These are the issues, or let's say challenges association with the so-called financial inclusion for our country, India. Now, you have studied about the what the issues or challenges. In a very short manner, I have told you so many points. Now, from all these points, don't you think so? You can kind of derive the way forward. Definitely, you can do that, guys. Very simple. If you want to write way forward, go to your issues and challenges what you've written. From there, read the issue what you have wrote. What could be the solution? If there is a problem, there should be a solution. So based on that particular point what you wrote, develop a solution. The next point, low income. Based on this, what is the solution? Make sure that there is more and more increase in the level of wages and also employment opportunities to reduce the problem. Next is lack of enough branches. Start creating more branches even in rural areas to create that to bridge the gap of infrastructure facility. Next is informal lending. From that, how will you go for a way forward? Informal lending, with that point, the way forward you can do is focus on the formalization of informal sectors as well. And now stop the reliance of all these middlemen and other perspectives. We can talk like that. Then understanding the different product offerings. Start educating them. Creating digital literacy or awareness in all this digital perspective, conducting campaigns and awareness programs by the government. You can actually derive the way forward suggestions, guys, from these points. See, whatever way forward I'm going to tell you, guys, I have framed it, okay? But now I have taken from all these points. It is nothing that I've taken from anywhere else. From whatever issues we have discussed, from one point, I have derived the solution. If there is a problem, there will be a solution. So you yourself should know when you talk about the problem. That is the whole advantage of scoring good marks for your mains answer writing in this strategy. Clear? This is called as the interlinking strategy, guys, of your KAI. Keyword approach interlinking is there now for mains examination. What I taught you, KAI technique. Keyword approach is different. Once those is understandable, there is something called as interlinking. Interlinking plays a very major role in the last part of the answer. That is in the body, the challenges and the way forward. How are you connecting the issues and solutions? That is called as interlinking. That will only fetch you more marks. Clear? That is why I taught you this technique in the mains class. Now tell me, guys, before going to way forward, you know that definitely the government, they would have worked so hard to take some initiatives as well, to improve what the financial inclusion. So quickly tell me, what could be the initiatives by the government to improve the so-called financial inclusions? You can talk about government schemes, you can talk about government initiatives, yojanas, etc., etc. So which is the most famous one? Yes, quick, come on. Subha, morning. Get up from bed, guys. Have the josh in you people. Be active, be energetic. Come on, it's tea time as well, I know, but be energetic. Yes, guys. Now, yes, we have Manjanath telling that agriculture schemes. Okay, wonderful. Yes. Then the next answers, please. First, you come on, guys, quickly give me the answers. Bring out the points. That shows how much you're understanding the topic that has been covered. Make an attempt of saying. Yes, Naina with Atmanirbhar Abhayan, the initiatives taken. Wonderful. Yeah, that is in the context of current situation. Yeah, current situation, it is very true. Then what else? The 20 lakh crore economic stimulus of package by Government of India in 5 different tranches. That is your Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhayan, Self-Reliant India Commission. Sheetal is saying, Pradhan Mantri Jandan. Wonderful, Sheetal. That's so kudos to you, my girl. The exact answer is Pradhan Mantri Jandan Yojana. So yes, we have Sandeep here saying that few days ago, WHO's chief scientist Soumya Swaminathan ma'am article was there in the Hindu. She said she had to face patriarchal issues in their working institutions. Okay. Yeah, you see, that is connected in the context of financial inclusion, in the context of, gender inequality. Actually, measures should be taken, guys, to protect that the women are not excluded from the formal financial system. That is very important. Amanda is saying Kisan credit cards. Wonderful. Yeah, KCC is also a wonderful thing. And KCC is very, very important. Remember? Because when I was taking this KCC in the free class, it was okay. In the plus class, I think 2 to 3 times I repeated this. People were asking me, ma'am, why KCC? I said, you learn KCC. In your exam, KEC will help you for KCC. Remember that thing what I said? And you had a question based on this. Remember? I connected this with so many perspectives. And what do you predict it came for the examination? So, whenever you study my courses, guys, if I say something, hit list. The keywords I use is hit list. Exam oriented. More than that, hit list means they are very, very important for examination. 101% from that topic or the related areas, or sometimes the same question with some little change in keyword can come for the examination. So please go through that before going for examinations. In the prelims perspective, I'm talking. Clear? Perfect. So now, the one thing is banking initiative, guys. The initiatives taken by government to improve the inclusion of banking. We know that you just have a look at this crowd. In this COVID situation, if people come like this, what happens? That's it. Okay. Even you cannot even think of contaminating, coronavirus. It rather keeps increasing. Don't you think so? So now, before the COVID context, also to prevent this crowding, overcrowding, and all, the methods taken by the government is reduce it. Start creating more and more branches. And now, the point number 1 is RRB, one of the hit list topic of UPSC, guys, from prelims perspective. So they're saying that the regional rural banks, which is on the basis of recommendation of a working group called as Narasimhan Working Group of 75, they've established to serve what the bank needs of rural population. So start putting more branches to avoid this overcrowding and make sure that all the people of rural area are availing or are being a part of this RRB to address all their needs with regard to the priority sectors like agriculture, education, housing, etc. etc. Next is PSL, the current affairs perspective. Again, priority sector lending, guys. What is the priority sector? Agriculture. Give more importance to that. And now that is an important role given by the Central Bank of a country, RBI, to the banks, because they want to make a point that they're providing a portion of their loans. Okay, what loans? Bank loans to very few specific sectors like your agriculture or small scale industries. So now, apart from that, another initiative which can be taken by the government to improve financial inclusion is business correspondence. That is, if you see the Central Bank of a country, that is RBI, they permitted the banks to engage in what? The business correspondence, because they'll be able to provide a door-to-door facility for financial and banking services. That is indeed a way in which you can make more and more people inclusive in the digitalized perspective. Then the opening of no frills account. What is no frills account? See, frill means what? That frill is like something like a spring now you have in your dresses. Normally, it's a girlish thing wherein you have frill in your frocks, frill in your saris, frills in your blouses. Come on, you have the frill. Basically, in children's you can find the frilka frock, you say, the frilka dress. Similarly, it has nothing to do with the frills like that, guys. Here, frill is something else. It talks about the banking perspective, like the haircut. What is haircut, guys? Not your bal, not cutting off your bal, guys. What is haircut in the context of RBI? Yesterday I taught you. RBI will go for a haircut. Matlab reduction in certain rates. It will cut off certain rates. So do not even think the other haircut. Similarly, in the context of frills also, these words are quite similar. So now they say another way in which the government can increase the financial inclusion is opening of no frills account. No frill account in simple terms means the bank accounts which does not require a minimum balance. If you go to Canara Bank, if you open an account, 1000 rupees is the balance you have to keep. If you do not have, minus 250. Okay, next month the balance is not made in minus. So now no frills account is always beneficial for the people from rural areas as well, guys, to make sure that yes, they're financially inclusive. Clear? Next, KYC relaxation. What is KYC? Not KFC, guys. Morning, don't think about KFC. It is KYC. Know your customer. Even if you want to open a bank account, you have to put forward all your details. Very simple. You all take the Ola cabs, right? These days, if you want to pay your money via the Ola means you have to initially to link your Google Pay or Phone Pay or other perspectives online payment. You have to put forward the KYC details. Na? Why? For better understanding. It's because you are doing transactions via the bank accounts. So similarly, for everything it has been put forward. So KYC is very, very important. Even if you want to open a bank account. And now opening a bank account to using it. To using it to what, guys? To all the kind of things. Even if you're in a Swiggy when you're ordering, again you will register your things, put your details to make sure that you're you're giving all the details properly, right? So now this so-called thing called as know your customer, what the government can do is it's a compulsory thing, but for small accounts now you can relax the norms, guys. So since 2005 they said that the requirements for opening bank accounts were relaxed for small accounts with regard to the KYC. And now the open of bank accounts today with your PAN card and Aadhaar introduction became very, very easier. Go to your bank, instead of giving your voter ID, license, that this ration card, then your that this etc. Go just give your 9 to 13 digits card number. That is your Aadhaar card and your PAN card. Fatafat, come back. Work is done. It becomes so easier. Don't you think so? Guys, give me 30 seconds. I'll be back quick, okay? Hello guys, am I audible, visible now? Thank you for that. It was an emergency, that's why. So yes, okay. So as I was telling you people, so these are the different ways in which you can actually, the government can take a lot of initiatives. So then they'll be able to improve what the financial inclusion for our country, India. And now we were discussing regarding KYC, right? We were discussing regarding that. Now to expand the network of ATMs, automated teller machines, again the RBI, they permitted non-bank entities also to start the white label ATMs. Then your Gen 10, Aadhaar, Mobile, your Jam Cut Trinity, which is the three-part strategy, guys, based on using all the digital technologies. Like a Gen 10 means banking, Aadhaar means biometric identity, mobile transactions. That's also one of the important way in which you can actually include financial inclusions. Clear? Then the most important point is including your payment banks. There is something called as payment banks and small finance banks, right? You have to start establishing them. Very, very important. And now Mudra Bank to get all the loans and prospectus. You have Mudra banks for helping the startups and MSMEs and all. Start establishing more and more Mudra banks. So now they'll be able to refinance all these small or microfinance institutions. These days, if you see micro, small, medium enterprises, they are indeed the most important sectors. Don't you think so? Because they are the game changer. They have a lot of potential in improving the growth of Indian economy. So we have to give more and more focus to them. So we have to encourage people to start more and more business because majority of people, they are unemployed. So now they cannot find job anywhere. So let them start their own startup. So where will they go for money? They have to go to loans, to banks for loans. But then the banks will not give them because of collateral issues and all this stuff. Now, exclusively for the startups and all, Mudra Bank will be there. Your loans in the form of Tarun, Kishore and all. For small scale, medium scale, large scale, they'll give loans for some, with some criterias. And now that is basically to refinance such small or microfinance institutions. Clear? Then the next initiative is RuPay cards. That also you can literally, talk about. Then talking about the financial literacy. Which is launched by the commercial bank. Some centers were put forward as per the request of RBI to create awareness. You can talk about that. Then UPI, Unified Payment Interference, built by the National Payment Corporation of India. So UPI by the NPCI, that also people can start using more and more of that. Like your Google Pay or Phone Pay, you make payments, guys. You enter your UPI ID now. Start making it more popular among the public. That is a way of financial inclusions. And then regarding the National Center for Financial Education, come on, since 2017 you have that. For the implementation of what? A proper or nationwide strategy for financial inclusion. Then self-help group bank linkage program called as SBLP, that is launched by NABARD, guys. That is a National Agriculture Bank for Rural Development to provide door-to-door or doorstep banking to the poor, guys. Doorstep doesn't mean that you go and sit in their doors. It's like it is accessible anytime. Clear? Now, we have seen the government initiatives taken by the government to include financial literacy inclusion. Now, what are the social security initiatives, guys? Because that is also very important. Now, they are making sure they're coming under the formal sector. Because majority of people, guys, even today, 90% of people, they put up in the informal sector. We all know that, right? Which means that you have to literally give some social security under the context that they are financially inclusive as well. So keeping in mind those things, there are some social security initiatives, guys, put forward by the government to make sure that, come on, there is financial inclusion for the people. One is Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana. That is when there is an accidental death come disability insurance, you can renewal 1 year for the age group of people between 18 to 70. Then Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana. That is also in the context of life insurance and all. Again, up to 1 year you can renew it for the age group 18 to 50. Atal Pension Yojana, focused on unorganized sector. Then Pradhan Mantri Shram Magi Yojana, again focused on unorganized sector. That is formalizing the informal sector, which is the need of the hour. That is, in Atal Pension Yojana, they will be given pensions, guys, at the age of 60. For that, initially from the age of 18 to 45, they have to make a contribution, and based on the contributions they make, whatever it is, according to their contributions, they will be paid monthly 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, up to 5,000. But Pradhan Mantri Shram Magi Yojana, guys, that talks about some other perspective. That is also actually indeed one of the important yojanas, pension yojanas put forward by the government to help the unorganized sector with regard to making sure that there is social security benefits as well. But now here the pension again, the age group of 18 to 45, from them they'll collect the small contributions. Now no matter whatever contributions they're doing, 100 or 200 rupees, the government will do the mismatch, and finally at the end of the day, when you are retired, you will get a solid payment of 3,000 per month. That is the unity brought in the Pradhan Mantri Shramagi Yojana. Whereas Atal Pension Yojana also the same thing like a Pradhan Mantri Shramagi Yojana, but then with regard to the availability of pension after at the age of 60, that differs. Clear? And this Pradhan Mantri Shramagi Yojana, come on, that was in the budget of 2019. Clear? Here comes guys, the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. When you talk about financial inclusion, how can you not study about this? Because this is indeed the soul of this financial inclusion, I can tell you, as an initiative from the point of government, which was launched since 2014, which literally took first step or initiative to make our country, India, financially inclusive. So what are the features of this Yojana, guys? Jan Dhan Yojana. Jan means what? People. Dhan means wealth, and Yojana. So thus, very simple. The features of this Jan Dhan Yojana is zero balance account. That is, I told you, when you open an account, you can start an account without any balance. It's not mandatory for you to maintain a minimum balance. That also encourages people, because this minimum balance can vary from 500 to 5,000. Mostly it is 1,000 rupees, guys, in many banks. Okay. So now, what if the person failed to maintain a bank account of this criteria means, again, they'll have a penalty like minusing 250 rupees and all, which is again a loss for the people. So kind of preventing them, and it's a kind of discouragement for them. So for that perspective, zero balance account. And thus, take into consideration the 2020 scenario, guys, in April this year, the banks, the RBI, Central Bank of our country, they even said that the banks can no longer charge a penalty for non-maintenance of average quarterly balance. That this was after the when they started receiving a lot of complaints from the account holders of bank. The bank balance had disappeared over several months. So now there was an issue going on, and now a lot of complaints kept on flooding. So now, as in that particular context, guys, the commercial bank reported to the RBIs. So now RBI said that now normally there is something called as maintaining a minimum account balance, but now not many people could do that. Okay, maybe they'll miss out even a 1 rupee ka message now, guys. For example, if 1,000 is your let's say the minimum balance, maybe you did a transaction. Take care. So your amount in the account is 999. Just 1 rupee, they will do that. So the whole point is, because of the complaints and grievance, RBI said that hereafter the banks will not charge a penalty for non-maintenance of the quarterly average balance. Clear? And that is why, because of this particular initiative by the RBI only, now the commercial banks, what will they do? They have to follow that. So they have introduced something called as zero balance accounts under the Yojana called as Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, to help the people to be financially inclusive. Clear? Then insurance. Yeah, insurance cover of rupees 1 lakh along with RuPay cards. That is, all the account holders hereafter they'll receive a card called as RuPay debit card. So now they can withdraw money from any ATM. It's not like if you are a State Bank customer or Axis Bank customer, you can go and swipe from there. Nothing like that. From any ATMs of other banks, you can swipe, and also you can make payments for merchant establishments. And now each RuPay card, guys, that will be insured with the card holder with accident insurance of up to 1 lakh from HDFC Ergo, and medical insurance of up to 30,000 for sick account holders. And all these money, whatever, you can use it for your treatment and pay medical bills as and when the need arises. Clear? Yes, Sushaman has asked a question. Ma'am, can we find financial literacy with the literacy rate? Okay, no, Sushaman, that couldn't be found. That's a very good question he asked. He's asking, can we find financial literacy rate? Okay, with literacy rate. Well, literacy rate is what? If you don't read and write, that is actually literacy. In Kerala, to be very honest, it's my state. I'm happy to be a part of that. But now literacy is more there, because almost all the people, okay, even if they do not go to school also, they know to read and write properly. That is actually the parameter in which they actually measure literacy. But now it is slowly changing. But financial is like, even many people in Kerala, in spite of them knowing to read and write also, many inside village ka perspectives or side ka people, they doesn't know how to use a smartphone actively with regard to all this digital perspective. So it is separate. It is not included in the general literacy ka perspective. That is why every time you even stress the word digital literacy. It is not about knowing clearing examinations or coming to schools or colleges or doing that. There is something called as digitalization. That literacy, how to use it, that is more important. Even today, guys, I can tell there are so many people who are even working professionals. They're very good knowledge and all, but they do not have much of knowledge in using such kind of digital perspectives. So they do not go for Google Pay, Phone Pay, under the fear that what if we make a mistake or money goes out of the account. You understand? So digital literacy should be there. Because I never use cash at all, to be honest. Every transactions I do via my card. So it became a habit like that. So previously it was not like that, and the reason is because India is the king of cash. We are called as a cash economy. Even today, guys, approximately previously it was 97%. Now approximately it is 94.8% of cash transactions are happening, which means only the remaining percentage are happening via the other sources like your debit card, credit card, your other online sources. Is clear? That should change. If you want to become a cashless society, you have to slowly shift to these perspectives. Clear? Is it clear your doubt, Sushamon? That is what I said, Amanda. Amanda is saying that they can get scammed digitally. Even if you have very good digital knowledge, also you can get scammed. A couple of weeks back, guys, I got a phone call, saying that ma'am, you're so and so account holder. I said, yeah, tell me. We want to know regarding your CVV number and they asked some details because we are finding a server issue. Actually, I had a server issue in my bank. Okay, so I thought the customer care is calling, but then okay, fine. But the moment when the tone changed, please send us the details, ma'am. So accordingly, we can rectify the issue. I said, "No, not worry. I'll go to the branch and do. What is your name? What is your designation? So I can give a feedback as well." So he was saying like, no need for that and all. I said, chup chup, give the phone. Actually, there was a circulated message also on WhatsApp saying that people call you, they ask you to give your details. And now most important, now the new trick is, the new kallatram is what people will when sent 2000 rupees. This happened three days back, guys, 3 to 4 days back. So I got to know this information from a banker who is associated with me here. They sent me a message saying that do not even accept money from other accounts if you do not know the person via Google Pay. They are saying that oh, by mistake I sent money to your account. This mistake is what So what will we think as a moral person? Okay, somebody has sent because of one account number or something, it came to my account. Let me repay it back to them. Normally, as a human being, we think that. But if you repay this 2000 back to the account, they can actually steal the entire money. There's some hacking of method or something wherein they get all your account details. They can actually even via Google Pay, if you pay also, they can hack something, a phone or something. I'm not sure about it, but they will get all your money in their account. It's a kind of scam. It is happening. So you should immediately in such kind of situations report the nearest police station. Tell the person, oh, thank you for giving 2000. Be a little selfish, so I cannot send you back. I can give you only in person. My ATM is not working, so maybe I can withdraw the money and give it to you in hand. You come to the nearest police station, so I can give you. The next time the person won't call. Seriously, this is what you should do, guys. Seriously, what you should do. Anyways, look at what Amanda is saying. I got a call from a guy saying he is from RBI. Oh my God, who will give loan from RBI, Amanda? What a stupid that man or that woman is to call you and say this. RBI does not deal with general public. RBI gives loans only for the commercial banks, not for the public. Commercial banks only give loans to the public. You should have told him. Come on. Kya yaar? You are telling me. You are trying to be the Bap of Kallatram Award. I am even more than that. You should have told him. Anyways. Yes, Sushimon, UPI transactions are far better than the card. Even cards these days, if you take your cards in your pockets, the swiping machine is there. People can do kallatram with that. Without even swiping, they can scan it. Did you know about that? There was a viral video as well. That is, in some people they keep their cards in the pocket, in their purse itself. But if you take that point of sale, that is POS machines, point of sale near to their purse or something, it gets scanned. You can type the money, whatever you want to take, and you can scan and get the money. They will not know it until they get the message. You will not know from where it happened also. So you have to be very, very careful. Now, passbook and checkbook. Yeah, that also we know. That is another initiative by the government. You can just go through. Then DBT. Again, I told you in everything DBT is coming. Directly transferring via the bank accounts of the beneficiaries for various schemes, subsidies, etc. etc. Now, in the context of what? In the context of financial inclusion, I told you that in the advantages, it is very, very important to make sure that you are making transactions via payment banks and small banks, right? So now, don't you think so? Payment banks are something that you have to understand. Yes, from the prelims perspective, they are very, very important. Come on, guys, tell me what is payment banks. Every bank pays money and every bank accepts deposit. So is that called as payment banks or something else? Think. So now, payment banks are what, guys? Very, very simple. They're actually payments made by the people, guys, providing a basic banking service to people is called as payment banks. Okay. Now, if you see, the main objective of payment bank is our country, India. We have how many mobile users, guys? Almost 90 crore mobile users we have, out of which 70 crores, because we have very active internet users, guys, our country people. Okay, they are very active. Now, the total number of mobile subscribers in rural areas increased to 38 crores because of all the schemes that this, your Bharat, your Gram Panchayat, your broadband connectivity, all these things have led to the increase. So now, if you want to maintain the objective of payment banks with regard to increase in financial inclusion, that is to get more people into the banking, guys, what will you do? You can do that not by opening big accounts, but rather payment banks like your small saving accounts. The payments or remittance services to low income households, to laborers, to small businesses, chota things, you can really do it. That is called as payment banks. Availability of loans by the to people via all these perspectives. Clear? Yes, Suraj. Yes, Shidal, yes, it is in a way to give money to the farmers, to the needy people, from the small scale sectors. Now, payment banks, what will they do basically, guys? Basically, they provide banking service. Perfect. To whom, guys? To people. What sort of people? People who does not have a bank account. Not everybody has a bank account. Even if they want to open a bank account also, they will open. And under Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, people open bank account. No doubt in that. But now, even if they open bank account also, there were no balance and no transactions going on. They don't know how to do it. For the purpose of schemes and Vagera stuffs, they open the bank account. So initially, if you see, everybody is having bank account, but what is the point when you do not know how to use it? And if you're not actively using it, even for at least in a month, 2 times or 3 times, if you just keep it for the sake of like buying a cloth and keeping it in your table for so many years, saying that I love the cloth, so let me keep it like that. Only if you use it now, you get utility or satisfaction. Only if you use, you can improve, right? You can look good. So similarly, opening a bank account is a waste. Simply like you have to make transactions via that. You have to start using it. Otherwise, there is no point. Clear? So now, to people who do not have a bank account, the payment banks, they will provide services, and that includes millions of migrant workers. Basically, migrant workers, guys. For example, if you see people from the northeastern part who comes to southern part, north part to the southern part for the work perspective and all, they have all this payment banks, guys. Mostly they will not have bank account and all. Clear? And if you see, another reality is that half of our country's population is unbanked. Can you believe this? Now the bank account is opening, guys, because of the financial inclusion, Jan Dhan account and all, bank account is increasing. But they are unbanked. They do not do transactions properly. So they want to increase it. That is why they brought in this payment bank. And so many people will say that via online you have fraud rates. It is true. But now, every now and then, the government is working very hard to ensure there is cyber security. There is security from all the other hackings and perspectives, and through such kind of payment banks and all, you'll be able to do that in a very secure technology enabled environment. Otherwise it will be an issue. Now, do you think we need a payment bank? Yes, you need it, because normal bank does not allow you to do even that, in the sense that they allow you to only open savings and current accounts. Payment bank. But normal bank currently, they allow you to do that even now is the next question, because they doesn't do that. Because if you see the payment bank and the normal bank, the difference is that you can now be a mobile service provider, the payment bank. Via mobile it happens everything. Or you can be the NBFC. Let's take the case of NBFC. The difference of NBFC and bank is non-bank financial company and a bank. The bank is a water perspective. Similarly, the payment bank is a kind of NBFC, I can tell you. Or they could be even a service provider, mobile service provider, like your Airtel, your Jio, Reliance Jio, etc. etc. Let's say the case of Airtel, guys, Bharti Airtel. They have 20 crore subscribers. And now these people, they have nearly the same number of customers as the SBI of India. Now, how is the transaction happening? Via mobile wallets. And now that has literally tripled over the last 2 years to more than 2,750 crores. It's a very, very good thing. So don't you think so you have to literally go for this payment banker perspective? Yes, you should, because we have a lot of importance or benefits with regard to this payment banks. Clear? Now, do you think handling of cash is a little bit easier or difficult? See, normally, cash is an important source for icon. We are the king of cash, it is said. But we are focusing on less cash society, cashless economy in the context of digitalization, digital India and all. We have to resort to all the new technology perspective. But as far as payment bank is concerned, in our country, India, we cannot completely eradicate cash. That is also there. Still, transaction has to go on. That is why it is said that instead of cashless, let's make it less cash society. Involvement of technology plus cash in a balanced way. So now this payment banks, their role is that they'll start making handling of cash a lot of easier. For example, now through the phone, what we have, can transfer money to another phone account. For example, we have Suraj, Sheetal, Amanda, Sandeep and all in class. Suddenly I want to transfer some money. Yeah, we can transfer using the mobile phone to another bank, or even if you want to transfer, you can easily do that. Don't you think so? That is one important thing why you want this payment bank. Clear? Without physical involvement, without any sort of kallatrams and stuffs, and at the place where you belong, where you are, just in the tap of a phone, things are getting done. And thus, for example, if you have a savings account, guys, come on, this payment bank, they will pay interest as well to encourage people to come under this. And the deposits which are covered by Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation, guys, will be like your bank fixed deposit, etc. But though that's the case, also there are so many disadvantages and challenges for payment bank. You can just go through. The bank is not guaranteed, guys, the impact. So they will face a lot of hurdles and issues again, like any other financial service provider is facing. And again, if you see a payment bank, they'll be working on a very, very thin margin. So the cost that will be very cost heavy structure. The financial viability of bank, that will not be that easy in case of payment bank. Though they have advantage, also you look at the disadvantage. Come on, it's quite difficult for them to be working on a very thin margin. So it will be like they're working on a very thin margin which is not appreciable for the normal banking system. Now, like your payment bank, you have to know what is a small bank. What is that? Small finance bank, which are the type of niche banks in India, particular bank, particular purposes, which talks about which deals with accepting deposits and lending money. That's it. To increase financial inclusion, only it has been put forward because we have so many sections of population which are underdeserved and unserved. We have to protect them. Don't you think so? So that is important. Clear? Now again, why there is a need, you can just go through these points. This is just for understanding I gave you. You can just go through. So yes, that's all, my young officers. Thank you so much. Those are these points for you to understand, guys. Okay. So you can just go through the additional notes that you have. So thank you so much. I hope you really enjoyed the class regarding the financial inclusion. Whatever is required for financial inclusion for your prelims and mains perspective, I have covered for you in a very holistic manner. All the important points. I have not compromised on any points. All the points have been covered. You have to just develop these and start connecting them in your various MCQs as well as in the mains perspective and go for the answer writing. Clear? So yes, how was the class, guys? So thank you so much. So don't forget to put like, subscribe and share this video to as much as possible. So let people also benefit that. Come on, we are doing free classes. Most importantly, at 6 p.m. today, you have your free class. Okay, that is the MCQ Wala class. So the link of that is given in the description box. To attend to my free classes, go to the description box of this video. You get my links and even my Unacademy profile. Follow me for all the updates. And for subscription, Nisha.Nujumudeen or NishaYT10. I repeat, NishaYT10. Any code you can use and get the subscription. Clear? Sandeep, today no answer writing class. Only Monday to Friday you have. Saturday, Sunday, chutti hai for answer writing. Okay. So bye. Thank you so much, my young officers. See you all at 6 p.m. today for your top 2500 MCQ series, which happens in an Unacademy special class. So do follow that. The link is given in the description box. So I hope all your doubts and queries are clear. See you all tomorrow again. Not tomorrow, Monday with the 8 a.m. another part of the economy class on YouTube. Bye bye. Jai Hind.